Hello, all of you out there. It's the end of day. Gosh, I'm starting to get mixed up here. I think day 12. Yep, I think so. Yep, it's the end of day 12. And it went okay. I went to work. Unfortunately, I took Tylenols today because of my stomach cramps, because of my periods, because I did have to go to work. And there's so much I would like to say today. I started to go on YouTube to look at what all the other people are doing. There are so many people using YouTube to help themselves with their weight loss. They put themselves out there, they vlog just like I'm doing, and so many amazing stories out there. It's like once you start, you just go from one video to another, and you meet so many interesting people. And I met one really nice guy. His name, he calls himself Craigger. His name is Craig. And watching his videos has been motivating me. Yeah, I'm doing the exercise, I'm eating what I'm supposed to for me, but his message is a lot about your attitude, and it's all in the head, and you gotta visualize yourself, and you gotta know you're gonna do it. And listening to him really made a lot of sense. And although I think I have a positive attitude most of the time, I realize that I'm going to have to put more emphasis on that a lot. And I will actually start to, in my website, I have this little tab that says take the challenge, and I want people who want to start doing the same thing as me to send me how they're going to do it and do their own either YouTube page or Facebook page and send me the link and I'll post them. But I think as I browse YouTube, when I find people that I think their stories are really good, I think I will by myself post their link so that you can also go and see it and enjoy that. So I think I'm going to start doing that. And today, actually I'm rambling, but I'll just go quick about my day today. It went good, food was good. I'll post my food log so you can see what I ate. The only thing I'm a bit sad is I did not train today and I didn't do any cardio or any form of exercise because, as I told you, when I'm on my period, I have really bad cramps and I have so low energy. Just getting through my day is hard. So I try to kick myself in the butt to actually go do it. But usually I'm best just to not do nothing for 2 days, and tomorrow I'll get back on my feet and I'll be okay. So there's certain things I gotta learn to accept and not feel guilty about because it's just the way it is. I can't do anything about it. Some months I'll feel better, but this month has been crazy bad. So with that said, I wanted to do a little bit of my story. I know I posted my entire story. I wrote everything and I put it in a tab. It's at the upper part of my website. On the menu on the top, there's something that says about me, I think, or about, and then there's a drop down menu and you have my inspiration, my story. And I know my story is really long, and I know a lot of you don't read, and since I'm doing these video vlog and maybe you just like to hear me talk about it, so I took out a few pictures and I'm just going to go through my story quickly so you guys can know where I come from, what I've done, and a little bit of my journey. So I'm going to start by when I was a kid. I wasn't fat. I was a normal kid. I would say even pretty thin. If you look at the pictures, me with my grandpa and me with my grandma, if you can see, I was a really happy kid, skinny. You can see though that I started binging at a young age, but I was always rather a skinny kid, and I was really active. I did a lot of sports. I played softball for 12 years. I went really far and I went in the elites and I played a lot. But as I got a bit older, I got I don't know, maybe a bit on the chunky side. Not that much, but a little bit. My mom was adopted, so we don't really know her family side, but my dad's side, everybody's a bit, you know, on the chubby side. Then at 10 years old, that's when I got a bit chubbier. And that is a big reason why is I got a sickness in my hip. I don't know the exact medical name of it anymore, but it's like the hip sickness that the big dog breeds get. You know, a lot of the big dogs, they get that sickness because they grow too fast and they get too big and they get that sickness in their hips. The hip pops out. That's exactly what I got because I grew a lot when I was 10. And I had 2 operations. Here you can see a fabulous picture of me in the hospital. You see my brother here, who's gonna so love that I showed this picture. That's my cousin. That's me there. And my mom, oh my God, my mom right there. That was a friend and both my grandmothers. My grandma and my godmother. So I had 2 operations, not back to back, but I had one, and then the year after I had another one. So that left me for close to 2 years without being able to. I had to stop sports. I wasn't doing much, so I ended up eating and eating and eating and eating. I was bored and tired, and maybe that's when I started eating my emotions. God, who knows? But I gained a lot of weight. I think I almost reached 180s or something back then. I was 10 years old. Well, maybe not that much, but I gained a lot of weight. And then as I turned into a teenager, hormones came in, and God knows my hormones are all over the place. And I gained a lot of weight in my teen years. Oh, here comes my daughter. Va t'habiller si tu veux venir dire allô. Jesus Christ, my daughter was naked. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, in my teenagers years, I gained a lot of weight and I never lost it. Yeah, I went, I think, once or twice on crash diets and I lost some weight. This is a picture you can see. I think I was about 17 then and I lost some weight. I reached up 200 pounds, I think, when I was 15. And from 15 to when I was an adult, I was always above 200 pounds. And sometimes I'd go down. The lowest I went was 195, I think, at some point. On this picture here, I think I'm about that 190. I'm pretty tall, so that's also, I'm always a bit heavier, being almost 5'10". Another picture, there you go, a picture of me when, how old am I on that picture? I think I'm 18 or somewhere around there. So you see I'm always on the chunky side. So I tried those only eating salad things when I was younger to try and lose weight because when you're like in 16, 17, you never want to be fat, but